Hi there. Thank you for joining me. This is my video for the January Just Junk Journal Challenge 2021 with Dearjuliejulie. Hashtag JJJJ, 4 J's and a C. And I'm going to go through the requirements. It was to be a hardbound cover with 2 inserts. And I used 4 inserts because mine got so bulky. This is a required element. It was a tassel. I used fabric from a blouse. This tan fabric was weird faux fabric. I don't know what it was. It was from packaging. These are from a necklace my daughter gave me. There's 3 pieces on here. Out of a wallpaper book, it had fabric samples too. So I used a couple of those. This is from a blouse. I bound it with denim. I covered the spine. I made a new spine because it wasn't wide enough. I covered the spine with denim and I bound it with baker's twine. I left this a pocket, and that's wallpaper. And then this and this are fabric strips from a wallpaper book. This and this are from a blouse. We could have 1 piece of clothing. This is the waterfall page with 2 inserts. And of course I did 4. I kept doing extra. I don't know why. This is craft paper. These pockets are half of a vellum envelope. This is a blank book page. An image from Carpe Diem packaging. Letter from a book. I wrote art. And then what I did on all 4 of these was I wrote an area that I want to work on. This is going to be my journal. I'm a complete redaholic, and there's a lot of red in it. So these are things I want to work on. Art, write, things I want to try, and things I want to do every day. And then the cards, they're all the same. These are from a calendar, cardstock from a calendar, phone book, dryer sheet, die cuts from book images, ribbon from packaging. Like if you get a blanket and it has a big crisscross of ribbon on it, that's what those are. And then the black is blank, and what I'm going to do is write my progress of the things I want to work on. I also used map images to help construct this. That's the waterfall. This is the belly band, and what I did was made it the size of an insert, and I wrapped it around the insert. As I go through stuff, I'm just going to take it out and set it aside because okay. So what I did was I used varying shades of book pages with different sized text. These are from the blouse. We could use 1 piece of clothing. These are from the blouse. We could have memo pages. I think I only used 4 memo pages. I think we could have 8. I'm uncertain. But they're white with red lines. This belly band is I constructed it from different elements of the blouse. This is from the blouse. Map image. This is wallpaper from Happy Meal. The other half, these are the same. Well, they're different, but they're made the same. Wallpaper, belly band, wallpaper, belly band. Okay. This doesn't count. I was just playing with waterfalls. I would have done better to make something that size, I think. blank book page. These are die cuts. I used wallpaper scraps. Graph paper. Lined paper. Coloring book page. I used a piece of cardstock. We weren't allowed to use washi aside from one of the mini challenges in here. I might go back and cover these. Some of the pages were thin or old, so I put a piece of cardstock on the signatures to strengthen it, and I might go back and cover it with washi or something. This was mini challenge number 1. There's 2 more somewhere here. We were to use calendar, a card, postage stamp, ticket, and a digital. So I did them all the same. I'll just open one of them. So I used an index card as the base. This is a strip I cut it off because the index card was too long. I just did some doodles and made a belly band. That's a calendar image. That's my digital image. This is craft paper. That's a little piece of scroll work. It already had the scroll on it. I embellished it. I used a red fountain pen. We're allowed to use 1 pen with red ink. I didn't have any stamps, so this is cut with a pair of scissors that cuts the shape of a stamp and a ticket. And they're all the same. Just, they're constructed the same. So that was mini challenge number 1. And then the pockets I just made out of book pages, and I sewed them. Paper, book page. This is die cut out of wallpaper scraps. Here's the rest of that. The next element is a fabric flip with, let's see, what is it called? Fabric flip and pocket. So there's my fabric flip out of the blouse. These came with on some clothing I just got. That's torn book pages, and those are images die cut out of book images. There's the pocket. This is cardstock out of a calendar. There's a tab with, I believe that was part of a book cover. And then that's some of that faux fabric die cut. These are ledger images out of that calendar. This is the matchbook tag. That's a book image, craft paper, just red cover from a book, a die cut, a tab, and it attaches like this. This is a small playing card. This is a piece of wallpaper that's got some dryer sheet. That's a die cut layered, 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6 layers of a flower. More die cuts. This is book image. Book image. These are die cut out of blank areas of book pages. This is a box from a calendar. It's a calendar image. Fabric tab. This is more of the, graph kind of paper, ledger kind of paper out of the calendar. Another card. Another calendar image fabric tab. This is, again, out of a box for candle. Graph paper. I just stapled it. Another wallpaper die cut. This doesn't count. This is just extra. I was trying to make flips. I don't know why. That's out of wallpaper. Dot grid paper. This is like blank book page. This doesn't count. I just made extra things and they weren't needed. This is a cover off of a small notebook. More of that white ribbon. This is green book page. That's wallpaper. This is the envelope ensemble, and I covered, this is 2 A6 envelopes attached. I covered the outside in I didn't do it on the envelopes. I did it on a sheet of paper and then wrapped it on the envelopes. I had a whole bunch of red images from books in a magazine. We could use one magazine. And I just collaged them on there with Mod Podge. This is insert. This is wallpaper. Cardstock from that calendar. There's more wallpaper. These are lined pages from a calendar. These are my 2 inserts. This is a book image. Green paper. I like colored paper. This is a graphic book image. Another book image. This is more of that calendar cardstock. More book image. This is a card that I got in clothing. This is a pocket I just made out of book pages and did a little doodling. And then that's wallpaper. Dark grid. Another tag. And green book pages. More wallpaper. This was a, I believe, sketchbook that I used the blank paper from. This is like in the wallpaper book, there is a page book, a page that has like a picture of the room covered in wallpaper and stuff. I used that, or that had the fabric swatches attached or something. I used that page to make die cuts. This is an envelope that I attached. Again, I made these 2 elements the size of a signature, and I wrapped it around. This is for the double tuck on one side. Those are book images. These are Erin Condren packaging that I made for tags. These are more cardstock from the calendar page. And then the envelope, that's a map image, and that's from a greeting card. Then I made the double tuck. This is again from the greeting card. This is a book image, a map image, greeting card, and then I added some pages. And same thing with the other one. This is the calendar image, greeting card, book page. This cardstock, I lucked out in some packaging. I got a bunch that wasn't crumpled. So I lucked out. I got a lot of nice craft paper to use for this book page. This is part of our mini challenge number 2. We were to use a card. I had these cards. I used the envelope in the double tuck, but they came in a package. The card is that shape. And we were to have something round, a number, a die cut. We could use washi from our scrap bin, a word. We could use up to 4 clips. More die cut out of the wallpaper page. This is an insert from a photo frame. Here's a book image, a little bit of dryer sheet, a map. This is a 6x9 envelope. I numbered some of these so I could remember them. This is the flip-flop page, and I think I might have done this wrong. I watched it again, and she said it was supposed to attach to the front. That's why it flip-flopped or something. But I didn't realize that when I made it, so it doesn't quite. It's not quite right. This is the book I used It's called, for my cover, it's called American is Apple Pie. And then this was the acknowledgement for Mom and her apple pie, so I made a little pocket out of that. I thought it was cute. Then this is an insert I made. This is a book image and more craft paper, and I used paper punch on the pages. And I used baker's twine to tie it. But then these are the pages for my flip-flop. There's miscellaneous pages. This is real pretty peach paper I got from the inside. You know, like the inside page or so of a book is colored, can be colored. This was fun for my phone book. It looks like a spiral. So then those are just my note pages for my flip-flop. In this 6x9 envelope, I made 2 tucks with little notepads. I made this out of ribbon from packaging. This is part of that photo frame image. I have a book from my son when he was little. It has a bunch of neat images in it. This is from the book I used the cover from. That had, every page had a star band on it. These are just scraps from the rest of the book. Here's the other one. This is I had a book with a lot of neat graphic images along the edges. It's a piece of a map and a cutout using wallpaper. See, there's more of that star banding. This is a calendar image I got in Happy Mail. There's another die cut from wallpaper. Dot grid paper. Blank book page. This is part of our mini challenge number 2. A word, a card. I used this index card I had with the tab on it. I really like them. It's cardstock from a calendar. Something round, a number, word, and cardstock. This is the top tuck. It's the other half of that double tuck on insert. I made 2 of these. These are again colored paper from the inside of a book. These are wallpaper images. Here I used the paper punch on that cover. The cream pages are blank book pages. This again is that really pretty peach paper. Calendar image. Cardstock from the calendar. Blank pages. Again, I hole punched them. This is wallpaper from Happy Mail. This is calendar from cardstock. It's a book image. This is really neat signature, or not signature, it was inside cover pages of a book I had. Seahorses, I really like them. This is just some kind of stock paper, you know, scrap paper. And this, I think this is from a book cover. And more calendar cardstock. This is Dad's bank envelope with 3 inserts. After I made this, she put out the video that gave the dimensions. So I'm uncertain. I don't think we were supposed to make it to that dimension, but I didn't remake it. I already had it done. So these are cards I got in Happy Mail. That's a bit of craft, light craft newsprint. Die cut from a book image. I doodled on that one to draw lines on the back. Another card I got in Happy Mail. This is part of a book cover. A die cut. These are more graphic images from that, that each page in that book had a really neat graphic images on it. Another book image. I had a history book that had a lot of document and map images in it. In the third insert, here's a map. And I did those doodles. And another die cut. Another wallpaper die cut. Lined paper, craft paper, craft paper. So here's for our mini challenge number 2. My biggest card was a large playing card, and I was going to tuck all the other cards in it, and it was just a bit much. So I separated the other ones. Here's my card. This is the front of a greeting card. Something round, a number, a die cut, scrap, a word. And then we could use washi. So here's the card, washi, number, something round, die cut, scrap, word. So what I did was I just used part of that calendar box to make a right side to this. This is the center of the signature. That's really heavy cardstock. And this is the trifold insert. And it's supposed, from what I believe, it's supposed to be like an insert, not attached. So that's why I made a belly band to hold, and it holds it pretty securely, and it's like the same size, so that's what I did for that. I used wallpaper border for this. More ribbon, another die cut. That's part of a book page. Book cover. These are book pages. This is packaging cardstock. This one, I had some green book pages. I really like them. These are book pages, blank book pages. I did some doodles on the corners. Craft paper. This one's like a bookmark tag. That's more of those images. That was a Mythbusters book, actually, that had all these neat images. Curly ribbon from Christmas. Another die cut. That's where those big card tucks were. And then this was so neat that it still had the library cards in it, in the cover, or the inside pages with the seahorses. So I thought that was pretty sweet. It doesn't have the year, so I don't know how old it is, or how long ago it was. Then this is inside of the back cover. I used a piece of wallpaper to cover it. And then this is the elastic band from the shirt. And the outside I made a belly band too. I just wrapped it around. And then this was the inside of, or the back cover of like a notebook or a tablet. I just used the chipboard, the cardstock from the back of, what is it called? Is it chipboard? The cardboard. Like this. Like the back of a notebook. I had some that was pretty stiff. And I just covered it in wallpaper. And then this is a writing board. I've been making writing boards for all of my journals lately. And I just tuck them all in the back cover. Okay. So that's all, I believe. Thank you for watching. This is my second video. I went through this one a lot faster. The other one was pretty long. I was extra chatting. So, there is my journal and a whole plethora. I've learned that I'm not good at making junk pretty. I need better junk. I need to consider... So like what I did for this was I just made each element, and like none of that looks good together. And so now I've learned that I need to be more cohesive in my planning and completion of the elements. And that I realize this is just a big eyesore of a hodgepodge. For me, it's not cohesive, and I understand that it's supposed to have a little bit of flair, but this is just a lot. This is really a lot. I mean, I made it for me, but it's just a zany thing to look at. So I don't even know how much I'll be able to work in it. So I understand that I'm not good at making junk look pretty. That I lack whatever flair that takes. And I apologize if it was hard to watch. It seemed okay one element at a time, and then I put it together, and I need better junk. I need to be more strategic in collecting junk, and more cohesive in assembling it. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.